Hi guys, it's Belle here and I'm back with day 25 of Junk Journal January, hosted by Meg Journals in collaboration with Get Messy Art. All the links will be down below. Can you believe we haven't got long of this left? So today's one is Ombre. Ombre? How do you want to say it? Ombre. Is it French? Ombre? Ombre. I don't know. So I had to look this up because I wanted to make sure that I knew what I was doing. Because obviously there's lots of things that can be different shades of colour, almost like rainbow running into each other. And I found out that's actually called something else, and that ombre is meant to be the same shade, but you go darker to light. So I don't know. I say do you. I always say that. Whatever works for you. I don't know what everyone else is going to do. I am going to go from a darker shade to a lighter one, and I'm going to use this new one that I picked up recently. This is turquoise. It's just a cheap paint. I got it from The Works if you're here in the UK. Did I get it from The Works? No, I didn't. I got it from Hobbycraft. Anyway, but the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to gesso this whole page, which doesn't make sense, guys, because it's a blue page and I'm using blue. However, first of all, I've got these alphabet and number stickers, and I am going to use the numbers and letters on here. So I'm going to move this book a minute, guys. Whoa, it had a little thingy. I've got 20 and 5. I'm going to try something. I don't know if it's going to look any good, but I'm going to try it because that's what this journal's all about. Okay, there isn't a giant A, and I wanted a giant A, so hold on. Thankfully, I have other stickers here that I can use because the colour doesn't actually matter. What matters is that they're the right size. Okay, so I'm going to have the word art and the number 25. Okay, so yeah, I don't know if this is going to work, guys. It crept into my head and I thought, oh, okay, let's try that. So what I want to do is I want to take the top of this off. So we're just left with the chipboard underneath. Like so. That's what I want to do. I think this R and T is a bit smaller than the A, but I was okay. I don't know. Oh, I'm really enjoying this challenge. I think if I do have the time, July's quite a busy month usually for me, but if I do have the time and it is out in July, I think I might do it again. Using the second half of the journal because I've only used one signature in this journal. So there's the 25, there's the A and the R and the T. And now I want to stick these onto this page and gesso over them. So I want the 25 up here, I think, and the ART down here. Unless I want the ART down here too. Maybe let's put them all on this corner of the page. Actually, let's do that. All right, so I'm just going to stick these down. They are sticky, but to be honest, because I'm using paints on here, I just don't know if they will stay sticky. Like if the sticky on the back can hold up to the wet mediums being put on top of them. So I'm going to have extra glue on here. Oh, there's still a little bit of silver on that one. Let's try and get that off. There we go. So yeah. And because I haven't sanded these, they're a little bit rough where I've pulled off the top layer, but I don't want to sand them. I don't want to make them completely flat. I'm hoping that may not, but it may add a tiny bit of texture to the page. So yeah. That's what I'm hoping anyway. Too much texture on that one. Ah, come back. No. 25. Do the rest of you do that? Do you like read ahead on some of the prompts and then you lie in bed thinking about them and then you're like, oh, I just want to have a go at it. And then sometimes it works and other times it doesn't. But that's the way of things. So I've got some white acrylic gesso. Oh my gosh. Try and get this open. There we go. And I am just going to go all over this page, which is why I've got some baking paper underneath. And I'm just going to gesso the whole of this page. Yeah. Just to give me the same background for the inks and the, I want to put that underneath. I don't want to get gesso on there. The inks and the letters. So that the paint takes to it, hopefully in a similar shade. So yeah, there we go. Sorry, it's gone quiet. Gesso. I know it seems silly to have a blue page and then be gessoing over it when I'm using blue. I don't know, the things we do, eh? The things we do. It makes sense in my head. And that's all that matters at the end of the day. It has to make sense to us. So, do that. I want to really make sure I get those edges, but I don't want gesso in the edges. I don't want it gathered around the edges of the word, but I also need to make sure it's definitely in those edges, like so. So yeah, all right guys, so that's fine. Just one layer of gesso is absolutely fine, and I am going to dry this and be back. Okay guys, so that is done. It's as dry as it's going to be. So I'm going to put some of this blue, this turquoise, in here. I mean, it's not dark as it is. I could add a smidge of black to it, actually, thinking about it. Hold on. I'm trying to find my black paint. I can't find my white paint either, so we are just going to use the white gesso for that. But there we go. So I'm going to put a little bit of black here, just a tiny bit. And then I'm going to scoop up some of this turquoise and add it into here. Could have just put more in, couldn't I? It's too dark, too dark, too dark. Too dark, too much black. You can tell I don't work with paints and things very much, can't you? Because... yeah, I don't. Okay, so that's quite dark, which is what I want. And we're going to put that on as the first layer. Ugh, I don't like it. Thankfully, it's only going to be the top layer. But yeah, I don't like it. Don't like it that it's like a really bluey green, which obviously turquoise, guys, turquoise. But yeah. Not a nice colour, like not a, what am I saying? Just ignore me guys, just ignore, right? Get it right to the edge of the page. Where is my cloth? Oh, sorry that I knocked you guys, sorry. I just want to wash some of that off because there's quite a lot of that on there and I don't need it on there. And now I'm going to pick up this. And I'm going to come in and like try and blend these two a little bit and then come down with the brighter colour. And that's what we're going to start the A with. Yeah, this may not turn out how I thought it in my head at all, but that's fine. That is absolutely fine. Trial and error, guys. Up into there, blend them together. I was considering watercolours, which I know would have worked a lot better with this, but I wanted to use this paint, and if you've watched any of my previous watercolour attempts, you will know that I am not the best at watercolours. Right, so we're going to add not all of that gesso, some of that gesso to here now. And we're going to lighten it up. Okay, add a bit more into here, lighten. Okay, we're going to add all of it then. We're going to have to add a lot of gesso to this. So there we go. And then this is going to go here. I was going to do this in the pink because I've been using a lot of pink in here and I'm really liking it, but we are going to put pink on this page in a different way. There's paint all here. I don't care about that. Like so. But, okay, so it's got a sort of shade difference. Okay, let's add even more gesso now, guys. A whole scoop of it. Really mix that in so it's really light. I hope you can see what I'm doing. You can't really, can you? Have I been doing that all off camera? Sorry, guys. So it's a lot lighter. In fact, I think I don't want to use that. I think I want to add even more gesso. I'm going to use it with a spatula. There we go. Even more gesso. Want it even lighter if possible. So yes, watercolours would be easier. I know, you don't need to tell me down below. But I wanted to use the paint. I like this colour. And I just feel... I don't feel comfortable either, but I feel more comfortable with paint than I do with watercolours. So let's use this colour now. It's a lot lighter. Yes, much lighter. I like that. And let's blend these together a little bit more. Kind of wanted both the colours to be a bit, the letters to be slightly different colours. So this in the dark, this in the slightly lighter, and then you've got too much paint on the paintbrush for Stardust Bell. Then you've got the tea in the even lighter one. So let's smush these together a little bit. And then we're going down to the 25. And I kind of wanted that the lightest blue possible. So what I might do is, well, we're just going to add more gesso, aren't we? Yeah, I want that the lightest blue possible. Having a lot of gesso, that's fine. To this, so that it's almost white, but not quite. I think we need even more gesso. See, this would have been easier, I think, with acrylic paint because I think it would have blended together better. I wouldn't have had such a thick texture because between the gesso and the paint, it's really thick. But we try things and we learn. So that's the whole point of art. So yeah, I don't know. And I could always go over it, I think, in can always go over it in gesso if I think it's too... Oh no, it's lighter. It is lighter. Let's pick up some with the white in it. That's really good. And blend them together. But you can tell the difference. I don't know if you can on camera, but I most certainly can here. Really get around those numbers. Okay. Ever so light. And I think I do actually want to add just a little bit more white to it as well. Kind of blend them together a little bit. Okay. Well, that is my attempt at the painting. Let's move all these now. So I'm hoping you can see, I've got it on there. I'm going to have to wash that off. I'm hoping you can see the differences. This really needs to go in the wash now, my cloth, but let's try and wash some of that off. And I got a bit here. Oh my gosh, I deliberately didn't put this. I tried to put this out of the way so I didn't get paint on it. Wet wipe. Wet wipe will be called for, but I don't have any, so I'll have to wash it. It's fine. It's all going to be fine. So I am going to dry that, guys. Okay, so that is dry, but before I start adding another piece, guys, I want to add, gosh, my hands are just covered in paint, some of this modelling paste. Now, if you've seen me use this, you'll know this is a new one for me, and it is quite thin compared to what I'm used to using, and I'm using my favourite stencil, or one of my favourite stencils. So I kind of just want to add a little bit up here, like so. Just a little bit, because I have got something else I want to add to this page. Like so. Okay. Now, problem with not cleaning your stencils is that any ink on it will go onto, come off. Ugh, do you know what? I'm just going to say it. I'm not that keen on this modelling paste. I'm really not. I find that because it's so thin, it tends to leak underneath a lot more than I'm used to. And yeah, I'm not that keen on it. That needs to dry. Whilst that's drying, here around the art, I was going to put, I've punched out a lot of flowers and they are in pinks, and I was going to start putting like some flowers to bring in the colour pink, and I wanted them up this bit. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking of doing. I don't know if I want that now though. I'm looking at it and I don't know if I want it. This is what I had in my head. Isn't it annoying when you have something in your head and then you come to do it and you're thinking, I'm not sure if I like that. Anyway, it is what it is. It would have probably been better with a load of butterflies. Do you know what? I'm not going to add the flowers. I was going to. I'm not. I'm going to instead, I was going to put yellow there. I'm not. I'm going to put pink. So I've got to dry this so I can ink on it. Okay, so these are basically dry. I mean, basically. It'll do as it is. So I've got some worn lipstick and I'm just going to try and add some pink onto this. And again, I kind of want it darker up at the top and then lighter until it's almost white at the bottom. So I'm doing the same kind of ombre, or trying to at least. I want it really pink up here, really pink, and then lighter. Wondering if I want to go over the letters. Wondering. Maybe smidges of the pink on the letters. Not over the whole thing. Just a little bit because I still want some of the blue. Okay. Yeah. I'm not happy with this page. I don't mind it, but it's not realistically how I wanted it to be. And I'm now looking for my words. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, I got some words and I've got your, which I thought worked quite well because it looks like your art. And then I could put, if I wanted, accept your art, or live your art, accept your art. I feel like that works really well on this page because I'm just going to ink around this in pink because there's pink on there. Because I feel like this page did not turn out the way I hoped it would turn out. It's not hideous, but I had an idea in my mind and some of it has worked and some of it hasn't. So I think sometimes we just have to accept our creations, even if we're like, that's not my favorite, it's not what I wanted, I'm not sure about it. I'm even thinking, would it look better with black splatters? Accept your art. Would it look better with black splatters? Do you know what? There's only one way to find out, isn't there? Could just do a few little black splatters on there, couldn't we? Okay, let me just find everything I need for the black on here. And I need the right paintbrush. And I need some water. So, yeah. I also need just something covering the words. Let's do those the other way around, hey, Belle? I don't know. I think it... Oh, gosh. Really, Belle? That is too much. I think because I just feel so unhappy with it, I'm just trying to work out kind of how I can make it better, I think. And what I want to do, excuse me a minute, guys. In a bit of a disorganized video. So I want to make sure the splatters aren't too big. So I'm going to do them on here first. Let's do that down here. Okay. Let's have... Oh, put my finger in the paint. This is probably why I don't like playing with these things. It all gets too messy. Okay. Take this off. Okay, I like it better with the black splatters. I do. So here's today's page, guys. Accept your art. We can see the number down there. I've tried something a bit different. Some of it I like. I definitely like having the numbers and the letters blended into it. And I did okay-ish with the blending. Could have been better, but it was okay. I'm not sure about that modelling paste, but I've got it, so I'm going to keep using it. So I don't like that was as messy as it was. I wanted it cleaner. I didn't get the ombre effect very well on the pink, but that's okay. And I like the black splatters. So that is day 25. That is ombre. I don't know. And yeah, that's it, guys. So let me know what you think down below. This video was extremely chaotic, but on the plus side, we did not have a cat walking all over this paint, which is quite a miracle for this channel. So yes, that's it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Can you see the pink on the numbers and that? I don't want too much more. I don't want them standing out too much. Thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe if you haven't already. I will be back again soon with another video. And until then, guys, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a lot more successful crafty fun than me. Bye.